While initially popular, President George Bush has fallen out of favor with people from both parties due to going back on his campaign promise to not raise taxes, as well as a poor economy, and needs to find a way to convince enough people to vote for him. Bill Clinton, governor of Arkansas, is a young, charismatic centrist who's looking to win over both progressives and moderates. Meanwhile, businessman Ross Perot hopes to win as an independent, although that's easier said than done. Hello everybody, welcome back to the video, and today we're playing 1992's New Campaign Trail. So, I've actually been asked a few times how to do this, so I'm going to show you. So first you go to the mod loader, you scroll down, you find the one you want. So, Bush Clinton Sides is the one we're playing. And we're going to play as George Bush, the current president of the United States, who has lost popularity after he backed out of his campaign promise to not raise taxes. You know, read my lips. No new taxes. Then he must prove that he has the independence, the ideological rigor, and strength to serve as president, all while finding some way to reduce the popularity of his opponent. Bush appears to be trailing badly as the campaign begins. Let's see who we have for VPs. Dan Quayle has served as our vice president for the last 4 years. As the current VP, he would be the expected choice. However, he does not have a long record of achievement at the high stage prior to becoming VP, and there is some skepticism about his intellect and his campaigning and debating ability. So I do know that at the time and today, Quayle is regarded as the worst choice Bush could have made. Pat Buchanan was Bush's primary rival for the nomination. He is a paleo-conservative journalist. He is the preferred choice of many conservatives and has a loyal following among the far right. Many believe he would help win over Perot voters. However, Pat Buchanan is a terrible choice if you want to win over moderates. He and Bush also have lukewarm feelings for each other, and it doesn't help us out any kind of way politically because he's from Washington, D.C., which has never... Hold up. Third option, Ross Perot, an independent from Texas. Ross Perot is a businessman from Texas who initially planned on running as an independent and garnered a lot of support. However, you were somehow able to convince him that he should be your running mate. However, while Perot's presence will help you in most regions, it will hurt you a little in the South. And don't forget to change your residence to Massachusetts so you can get those EVs from Texas. Let's go with this, because essentially, right, Bush had to fight, obviously, two fronts. He had to fight Perot, and he had to fight Clinton. Now, I think Perot definitely made it to where Clinton won as much as he did. You never know if Bush would have won re-election if Perot was not in the race. But let's see. So Ross Perot will be our running mate. What message will you most emphasize as you accept the nomination? A lot of Republicans are concerned that I'm too moderate. I will run a more conservative campaign this fall. I will take the attack to Bill Clinton. This man doesn't have what it takes to become president. As president, I've made many great achievements, even with a Democratic Congress, and I will continue to do so in my second term. Okay. Let's take the attack to Bill Clinton. Many advisors believe that your only chance to come back against Clinton is to go on the attack. What do you have to say about selection for Ross Perot? Ross Perot is a popular businessman who will stop at nothing to make America great again. And just like that, we are in the race. Let's see. What's a state that's really close? Virginia is close. Let's start with Virginia. Why did you raise taxes in 1990 against your own campaign promises? I should clarify, when I said that, I was only referring to sales tax. These taxes were meant to be temporary. I will rescind them immediately. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do, and it was either this or deal with unbearable budget cuts. Let's do that. Well, at least you're being honest. There we go. How do you plan to deal with the rioting and looting that's currently going on in LA? I won't stand for this unacceptable behavior. Bring in the National Guard. Let the local police deal with it. Let's go for the National Guard. Most Americans are against rioting and looting, and we're pleased when you put a stop to it. Okay, we can make this a close race. By the way, we're trying to get Bush reelected. What points about your opponent, Bill Clinton, will you emphasize as you campaign? Let's see. Good record as governor of Arkansas. Left-wing liberal bipartisanship. Let's go for that one. This is why many on the right despise you. However, this could appeal to some moderates. And that didn't really do anything. Do you plan on switching your voter registration to Massachusetts in order to win Texas? Of course. Why wouldn't I? Okay. Basically, let me explain the deal with that. When the Constitution was set up originally, it was said the president and vice president can't come from the same state because then those electoral votes won't count. This is why during the 2024 election cycle, if Trump had went with someone like Marco Rubio for vice president, well, then Trump would have had to change his home state. Because Trump, while he was born in New York and is often associated with New York, is currently a resident of the state of Florida. So he would have to change his residency to New York or somewhere else. That's basically explaining that. Okay, let's head to Pennsylvania. To what extent will you campaign in the South? Let's see. California is kind of close. The South is kind of close. We could flip states. We could probably flip Virginia. A few more campaign stops. North Carolina is pretty close. Let's go for the South. South contains many key swing states. That didn't do anything, but all right. What are your thoughts on NAFTA? So, we need to support this because Bush supported it in real life. So, we're going to go with that. It's kind of close. California is really close. Let's go to California. What are your thoughts on abortion? So the safe, legal, and rare, that was Bill Clinton, so we can't do that. I'm strongly pro-life. When a woman has an abortion, she's killing an innocent human being. This one, the face homicide charges, might be too far for some moderates. So let's say, hopefully we can end late-term abortions. This strikes a good balance between appealing to moderates and maintaining your base. Arsenio Hall has invited Bill Clinton on his show to play saxophone. Would you like to see how it goes? We're going to go for the middle one. Sure, why not? His performance of Heartbreak Hotel went very well. Okay. New Mexico. Do you support additional gun control measures? I would only support limited steps on this issue, like a ban on cop killer bullets. I believe we need to consider any measure to reduce our nation's crime epidemic. This is getting it completely backwards. Let's go for the moderate position. We haven't had any opportunities to attack Clinton yet, but we are winning Virginia, so that's something. To what extent will you attack Clinton's lack of service during the Vietnam War? Here we go. Draft dodger. Attack him relentlessly. Bill Clinton's questionable actions to avoid serving during the Vietnam War is a weak point. Make sure to attack him on it. And with that, we are in the lead. All right. We have a chance. To what extent will you attack Clinton for an affair he had with a woman named Jennifer Flowers? No one wants a president who cheated on his own wife. Okay. There's a lot of debate about whether or not homosexuals should be allowed to serve in the military. What are your thoughts? We're going to go with this answer. Okay. We've now lost the lead. If we could, but it's close. We've made this a close race, if nothing else. So, what's the closest? Let's go Pennsylvania. Do you have anything to say about the Iran-Contra affair? And can you reassure voters you are not involved? This issue is 7 years old. Why should I even bother talking about it? I was absolutely not involved with these dealings at any point. I was appalled to find out about them. Let's go for the not even talk about it. Fair enough. All right. What are your thoughts on the ACLU? Let's go for I've been as concerned. There we go. Okay. Man, this is still close. Okay. Do you plan on attacking Bill Clinton for his marijuana use? If the American people knew of Clinton's marijuana use, there's no way they'd want to back him. We will hammer Clinton relentlessly on this issue. Great idea. This will make most Clinton supporters have second thoughts. Will you participate in a debate between yourself and Bill Clinton? Let's do it. Surprisingly, you performed better than expected, and the debates ended up being a tie. All right. But, Okay. Pennsylvania's tied. If we flip that, that would be good. What measures should be taken to fix our poor economy? Well, we can't go for this one. This is the type of thing I would have done if I were president, because I am. Let's go for NAFTA. What do you plan on saying on the campaign trail? Let's take the attack to Bill Clinton. And we're in the lead. Okay. How much do you plan on emphasizing how you helped end the Cold War? I'll mention it extensively. Okay. Oh, but man, Clinton's leading again by 2. To what extent will your campaign focus on your service as an airman? We will emphasize it a lot, especially in contrast to Clinton. Yeah, this is a good idea. It's always a great idea to point out Clinton's faults. Oh, but man, see now Clinton's in the lead by 8, by 38 electoral votes. Okay. Okay, we got a good lead going now. Will you make a judge's views on abortion a strong? Interesting. I would definitely take someone's views on the rights of the unborn into account. Okay. With 4 days left until Election Day, Caspar Weinberger, Reagan's former Secretary of State, has been convicted of lying about the Iran-Contra scandal. This will give Clinton a bump in the polls. Okay. We're at the end of the campaign. Oh, and we're winning. Okay, let's try to shore up support. Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania. We're leading there. That could be a good boost. Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia. Tennessee is where Al Gore is from. I don't think that we have any kind of shot. Virginia to North Carolina and Georgia. Virginia. We're winning Virginia, North Carolina. So, I mean, that could be a good boost, right? Because that's 14, that's 22. So that is 35. That would be a boost. But Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, with a short stop in New Jersey. And let's watch the results come in. So yes, it does say pro. Okay, so Indiana is in. All right, let's watch the results. I went through those questions quick, rapid fire. And that is Kentucky. Okay. Hopefully, there we go. Ohio is in our camp. There's a bunch. We're starting to get some good results. As kind of expected, Clinton is going to sweep the South. There we go. We've got a good boost. Yep, there we go. Okay. We need 270. We need 60 more. If we can lock in Pennsylvania, we might have a shot. 221. Okay. 246. If we get Pennsylvania, then I think we have this, right? Oh, we just need one state. Congratulations, you won this year's election. Click OK to view the rest of the returns, or skip straight to the final results. We hope you have a nice victory speech prepared for your supporters. Let's watch the rest of the results come in. So, I know Clinton is going to win California. There it is. And then how is... Well, there we go. Congratulations, you have won the 1992 election. In spite of a hard-fought challenge from both Bill Clinton and Ross Perot, you have held on to win re-election. Whatever you did, it must have worked. Observers were leaving your campaign for dead just a few months ago. On the political front, you can continue your current policies or turn in an even more moderate direction. Internationally, you can hopefully oversee the passing of NAFTA and bring free trade to America. Yeah, so Clinton did well in the South in this game. New York, he got a little bit of support around here. We got Virginia, but barely. Look at how close Virginia was. We actually got a few states in the we got a few New England states. Obviously, we had no chance of doing any kind of win in DC. But let's see how close California was. That's pretty close in California. New York, we probably weren't going to win New York. Same with Illinois. Massachusetts was close. Look how close that was. And how much is Texas? 32. Yeah, I mean, if we at one point where you could change your home state, if we didn't, if we kept our residency in Texas, we would have lost this election. So here we go. George Bush, 290, 862,039 popular votes. So we won the popular vote as well. And it was a very close race. I mean, I won 290. Bill Clinton won 248. That is close. Like I said, effectively speaking, Texas would have flipped this race. So, there you go. I managed to get George Herbert Walker Bush reelected. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.